One family stole up to $10 billion from one of the most resource-rich nations on Earth. Gold, nickel, copper, natural gas, coconut oil. The Philippines has it all. And the people who took it built an empire of mansions, foreign bank accounts, and luxury most Filipinos will never see in a lifetime, while the farmers who funded that lifestyle could not afford rice. This is not a rumor. This is documented, convicted, confirmed, and it is still happening today. The Philippines sits on some of the largest mineral reserves on the planet. It is the world's second largest nickel producer. It holds massive untapped gold and copper reserves valued in the trillions of dollars. Surrounding its waters, natural gas fields capable of powering the entire nation for generations. This is not a poor country. This is one of the wealthiest nations on Earth in raw natural resources. So why does the Philippines remain one of the poorest nations in Southeast Asia? The answer has a name. Several names. In 1965, Ferdinand Marcos was elected president of the Philippines. He came in promising progress, infrastructure, modernization, and for the first few years it looked real. Roads were built, schools were expanded, but behind the public projects something else was happening. In 1973, under martial law, with no parliament left to stop him, Marcos created something called the Coconut Levy Fund. Every coconut farmer in the Philippines, millions of the poorest people in the country, was forced to pay a mandatory levy on every coconut they sold. The government told them this money would build a better coconut industry for everyone. Instead, that money, an estimated $9.7 billion in today's value, was funneled into companies secretly controlled by Marcos's closest allies. Coconut mills, banks, entire industries, all built with money taken directly from the pockets of the poorest farmers in the country. The farmers who paid for it never saw a share of the profits. Some of their descendants are still farming the same small plots today. But the coconut levy was only the beginning. While farmers were being squeezed for pennies, the Marcos family was building one of the most extravagant personal fortunes in modern history. When investigators searched Malacanang Palace after the family fled in 1986, they found something that became a symbol for the entire era. A room filled with shoes, over 3,000 pairs belonging to First Lady Imelda Marcos. While millions of Filipinos lived without electricity or clean water, that shoe collection alone was worth more than entire rural communities would see in a generation. The Presidential Commission on Good Government later estimated the Marcos family looted between $5 and $10 billion from the Philippine treasury during their 21 years in power. Some of that money has been traced to Swiss bank accounts, real estate in New York, art collections, jewelry. After nearly 4 decades of legal pursuit, only a fraction has ever been recovered. The rest is still out there. In February 1986, the Filipino people had finally had enough. Millions filled EDSA Avenue in Manila in one of the largest peaceful uprisings in modern history. The People Power Revolution forced Marcos to flee the country by helicopter. The world celebrated. Democracy had returned to the Philippines. But here is what almost nobody talks about. The resource extraction never stopped. It just changed who was profiting. After Marcos, foreign mining companies expanded their operations across the Philippine mountains at an even faster pace. Massive open-pit nickel and gold mines were carved into what had been pristine forest. Entire river systems downstream from these mines turned visibly discolored. Fishing communities watched their food source disappear in real time. The mining companies operated under permits negotiated by Philippine officials who, time and again, were found to have received payments far below what the resources were actually worth. Indigenous communities living directly beside some of the most valuable mineral deposits on Earth remained among the poorest people in the entire country. Then came the Malampaya gas field. Discovered in the late 1990s, one of the largest natural gas reserves in Southeast Asia. Government officials promised the revenue would transform the nation's energy independence and fund critical infrastructure. Billions of dollars in royalties began flowing into government accounts. In 2013, a Senate investigation uncovered something disturbing. A portion of Malampaya gas revenue, funds meant for energy development, had allegedly been diverted into fake foundations connected to the same pork barrel corruption scandal that exposed senators and congressmen pocketing public funds meant for development projects. Senator Juan Ponce Enrile, Senator Jinggoy Estrada, Senator Bong Revilla, All three were charged with plunder in connection with the broader pork barrel scandal that touched the same resource fund pipelines. Billions of pesos meant for the Filipino people, allegedly funneled instead through ghost projects and fake NGOs into private pockets. Some cases are still moving through Philippine courts today. Some convictions have happened, some have not. The pattern from Marcos to Malampaya is the same pattern decade after decade. Find a resource, control the distribution, divert the revenue, leave the people who own the land with almost nothing. And here is what should disturb you most. The Philippines is not poor because it lacks resources. It is poor because of what has been done with those resources for over 50 years. A nation sitting on gold, nickel, copper, and natural gas worth trillions of dollars, where farmers still cannot afford their children's school fees, where mining communities live beside billion-dollar extraction sites without reliable electricity. That is not an accident. That is the result of decades of decisions made by people whose names are documented in court records right now. The Odd Archive is the #1 factual history page documenting this exact pattern across the world right now. Not opinion, not speculation. Documents, court records, verified figures. We have already exposed Nigeria, Libya under Gaddafi, Jamaica, India, Guyana, Canada, and Iran. Every single one follows this exact same architecture. Find a resource, control the people standing on it, extract the wealth, leave nothing behind. And we are not stopping. Now I need to ask you something directly. Do you want us to start calling out more politicians by name in every future video? The ones documented in court records. The ones who have never returned what they took. Comment yes below if you are ready for that. And tell me, where are you watching from right now? We choose our next country from the comment section. Drop the name of a country whose resources you believe were stolen, and we will start researching it for the next video. What hidden truth do you want exposed next? Share this video right now, not tomorrow. Right now, someone in your life believes the Philippines is simply unlucky. Show them it was never luck. One share puts this in front of thousands of people who have never connected a room full of shoes to the coconut farmers who paid for them. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, search official The Odd Archive, so you never miss what we expose next. Follow this page, share this video, comment your country and the next nation you want investigated. Because the next story we choose, based on your comments, might be the one your own government has been hoping nobody ever asks about.